All right. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Definitely want to say thanks. This was really impromptu. Cam and Frank had brought up how there was kind of some people in the community, some really big players who aren't going to be able to get a podcast and get content out anymore, whether it's job commitments or other things. And we kind of here at World Class Cards and the team, we kind of came together and we figured something out. So first things first, I definitely want to say thanks everybody for tuning in. I got a pile of giveaways here. We're going to give away a Dumbo Enchanted this stream, some different things. And I'll explain a little bit more of the format, how we do it. Maybe we'll do it through trivia or something, but we'll get that rolling in just a moment. But yeah, so first I'd like to introduce myself in case you guys haven't met me before. My name's Robert Arguelles. I am a half owner in World Class Cards. The other owner is Robert Moses, and he is at Chimera Hobby Shop. And we've been working together for a long time, and when Lorcana launched, we really got pulled into the game. And I've been in trading card games almost my whole life. I was opening base set first edition Pokemon when it came out at stores. I've been in games for a really, really long time, and it's just something I really do enjoy. And it kind of progressed into a business, and I went to school for actuarial science, so all statistics, risk, probability, and I just kind of really took that and ran with it. And if I want to talk about maybe some hopes and goals, maybe with the team or different things like that, we kind of accomplished that year one. We managed to get the World Championships for Disney Lorcana, and we kind of want to run it back this year, and we have a lot of players qualified for different events. And a little bit more with the podcast now is we'll always be live for subscribers. So whenever we do this, it'll be directly live. We'll host it through this platform. And then about 10 days later, Omar, our videographer, he'll edit, chop up, and put the content out there on YouTube. But ideally, we want to have some kind of a weekly podcast, maybe Tuesdays around the same time. That way it's outside of traveling for events. It'd be posted the following Friday, so about 10 days later. And then every stream, we'd like to maybe feature a founder, where maybe we bring a founder in, talk, interact, engage. And then anybody who subscribes might have different perks as we kind of evolve and build this out. So one thing I wanted to talk about. Looks like the headset mic. Sorry. Yeah, so the next thing I wanted to touch base on is we kind of wanted to give you guys a chance to meet everybody on the team. I think we have some people who pre-recorded videos. We'll just go ahead and get those out right away, and we'll watch those, and then we'll go into some of the other team members that are here as well. All right. Hopefully this works for everybody.
Hey everybody, Jbomb here with World Class Cards. I am Jbomb, actually named Jeff Baumgartner. I hail from the Chicagoland area. I've been playing card games basically all of my life. What I hope to bring to the World Class Cards and our subs is just a different mindset from all of the other competitive players, where I'm also heavy on the collection side, showcasing a very large collection myself, so I know the finance as well as the gameplay, but I can also play pretty darn well. Now, I haven't had that big breakout performance of the DLC, but I have had one of the best win rates at set champs, winning over 50% of the set champs I play in, and I've gotten a Let It Go and a Simba. So I've just been a game off or so at these DLCs from just making that final top cut. So we'll get there soon. But my favorite card definitely would have to be Prepared. It was my crutch, my muse, my flame for just such a long time in the first season that it's basically like all I played was B-Prep decks, and I pivoted to Blue Steel for a little bit, but B-Prep just allowed you to just ignore what your opponent was doing and have that crutch to just be able to come back in the game. And for that reason, I loved it. And then you can kind of tell where I'm going next with this. That because of that, my favorite color combination was Ruby Sapphire, which again, you just get to play the first half of the game as solitaire, ramp up, hit be prepared, and then that's when you actually start playing the game with your opponent. And if they just didn't have a quick start, you just win the game. And I like that aspect of it. My favorite Disney movie would have to be Toy Story, and so excited that we're going to be getting some Pixar and Toy Story cards in the next coming year for the Pixar sets. And so the reason I like Toy Story was because that movie came out when I was 5 years old in 1995, and seeing that in theaters, like it was the first fully computer generated movie, and so it just like blew me away. The storyline was incredible, and then I just have that vivid imagery of those ending scenes where Buzz and Woody are hanging from the RC car in the moving truck, and they use the like rocket to launch. And so just one of the greatest movie experiences, and one of my first like actual memories growing up. And so Disney's just been like such a huge part of my life, and so excited to be here with World Class Cards and starting this roundtable and such going forward. So once again, I'm Jbomb. I host Alter Academy on YouTube. Come check that out as well. World Class Cards guests are often on that show, and we mix a lot of our things here. And so hoping to have a great showing and that this podcast goes well. So
some people had some work commitments, so we had some pre-recorded videos. Am I live? Yeah. Okay. Some people had some pre-recorded videos, and we'll just move on to another one right after that. And I think the next one, I mean, kind of a recent win. Let's move on to Frank. Yeah, Dr. Frank Karsten.
Hi, I'm Frank Karsten. I'm from Eindhoven, the Netherlands, and I bring decades of TCG experience. I'm a member of the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour Hall of Fame, and the skills I've learned in that game have translated quite well into Lorcana. I also bring a analytical, mathematical bent to deck building, given that I hold a PhD in probability and game theory. I often apply that sort of thinking to gameplay and to deck building. I also bring a love for limited, sealed deck in particular. I have played that a lot and bring a lot of experience regarding that format, where every deck is new and the game is always fun. My main accomplishment is that I am actually the only player to have won 2 DLCs, qualifying me for both the World Championship in the first and the second season. I won the very first Disney Lorcana Challenge in Lille in 2024. And then more recently the Disney Lorcana Challenge in Milwaukee, in Lille with Steel Song, in Milwaukee with Purple Steel. As for my favorite card, I used to say something like A Whole New World or Rapunzel Gifted with Healing, given that those cards were instrumental in my winning Steel Song deck back in the days. They also brought these really game-altering huge effects that force both you and your opponent to play differently around these effects, and I had a lot of fun with that. However, perhaps now I should change it to Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, because both of my DLC winning decks had a singleton Tinkerbell, and I love my one-offs, gives me just more options during the game, and Tinkerbell is also a card that forces you to run the numbers, set up the right combat math exchanges, and perhaps that might have to become my next favorite card. I don't specifically have a favorite color combination, but I often do well with steel decks. Strength of a Raging Fire in particular as a song is just extremely powerful. And I love playing decks that just curve out with a 1-drop on turn 1, 2-drop on turn 2, 3-drop on turn 3, and so on. So that's not so much the Sapphire Ram decks, and typically more something like Ember Steel or Amethyst Steel, or anything that allows me to just play regular curve out Lorcana and set up interesting exchanges and combat situations with my characters in the early and mid game. My favorite Disney movie would be The Lion King. I saw that movie when I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old, and I really loved it. From the nature themes to the characters, the songs, and yeah, it stuck with me, and it will still always put a big smile on my face.
All right, I love it. I love Frank. I love his one-ofs and always super quality input and advice, and been a great resource and a great asset to the team. Very glad that he's been able to come on board. The next pre-recorded video, I mean, I think should we bring the current world champ on? I think, yeah, let's do it. Let's bring the current world champ on. Just a moment.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Dinkang Pham, also known as DKP, and I want to introduce myself. So, what I want to bring to you guys as subscribers is I'm always trying to give my knowledge to my students, friends, everyone who asks me, basically, right? Like, if you ever ask me at an event, or like, always try to give the best answer I can. Always really like in depth and with a lot of knowledge. And this is something I think I can bring to the table. Always like a really in-depth opinion about matchup dynamics, cards, decks, everything basically around Lorcana. Also like the competitive side, the mental side, like how do you have to carry yourself like through a tournament to keep your mental up. A lot of things goes into being like a pro player, and I think as an active pro player who since started attended every single DLC, right? I think I can just give like one of the best opinions, advice in the scene. Also, I guess as someone on words and played at words, I think I have like experienced the most events so far, and yeah, that's I hope will be helpful for you guys. I'm always open, so DM me or tag me for questions, and I will be there to help you guys. So my accomplishments so far, yeah, I think currently I am the person with the most top cut appearances, like yeah, tops basically. So I have a top 64 in Singapore. I have a top 32 in Birmingham. I have 2 top 16 in Milwaukee and in Fort Worth, where I lost against that. Then I have 2 top 8s in Toronto and Bologna, and then 1 win in Melbourne, and then 1 world champ. So total it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's 8. Yeah, top cut, like 6 top cuts and 2 wins basically. So I think that's really, really good. That's also something that I strive for. Like when I started Lorcana, I didn't want to spike one event or 2 or something like that. I just want to show consistency, consistent results, consistent effort, like every single event. If you ever like tested with me or traveled with me, or like even when I sit at the table like the day before the event, I'm literally sitting there and try to figure out the last card in my deck. And you can hear me rumble all day. And it's just crazy. Like I always try to go like maximum effort for each event. Like even if it's like the last card in the deck is so redundant, but still do it sometimes and waste time. But yeah, I kind of love doing that and travel to do that. So yeah. My favorite card in the game. So there are multiple favorite cards, I would say. Gameplay wise, I really love cards like Vision, Develop, just cards that give me options, and I can find cards in my deck. It's mainly, I would say, also coming from Yu-Gi-Oh, where these kind of cards were really important. Not so much right now, but when I played, quite often it was really important to have cards that can fish for other cards. And yeah, I really like this kind of play style. Then like just looking at sheer power, I really love Be Prepared. I really wished we had it still, but yeah, they decide to have like more conditional bot wipes, which makes the game something hard. Like not hard to play, but hard to play in general around this kind of dynamic where when your opponent wins board, they just win the game. It's not really my favorite style of gameplay. I really like the pre-rotation where you just were able to reset the board, just to have like new game basically starting from there on. So I really love Be Prepared for that. And then overall favorite card, the card that I really wanted the most, that I worked for the most, was the Gold Mickey. The normal Gold Mickey, of course, since I have multiple, they're all special to me, but also the 1-on-1 World Champion Gold. That's the one I worked the hardest for. Like the thing that I worked the hardest for in my life, probably. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I wanted it so bad. And yeah, I worked really hard towards it. Tried to get the Worlds ticket multiple times via Continentals, but then last chance of Melbourne, and really wanted the Worlds one, so I gave them all at Worlds. Fortunately enough, got it, and now I can enjoy it. So that's my favorite card. Really like looking at it, even though most of the time it's only as a picture, not really the card itself. But yeah, still really like it. My favorite color combination. Yeah, you guys can probably guess it. That's Ruby Sapphire. Yeah, Sapphire I really enjoy it a lot. You can see me playing Sapphire decks most of the time. Even after rotation, right? At 9, I played both DSCs with Purple. Then the Ruby part was also awesome. Be Prepared, but also Maui Half Shark when the card got released. The moment I had like the best TCG experience I think I can imagine, from seeing the potential of the card, then going over to building the deck, developing it over a month, failing twice at tournament, but then finally getting the almost perfect list, knowing all the lines, going to a major event where I had to fly 24 hours to, spending a lot of money to get there, and then just get it. Like, just perfect run. I was completely undefeated the entire tournament, and afterwards people called it DKP Shark deck or DKP deck, and I think that's like the most proudest, like the proudest moment I think I have ever felt, even more so than the words win that people just call it the DKP deck. Yes, it's just awesome. It's really, really just awesome that I were able to create such a deck where people just love playing it, enjoy it, and yeah, it was just a fun time. Then my favorite Disney movie. My favorite Disney movie, I would say I have like top 3 is like the Frozen 2, Tangled, and Mulan. Tangled mainly because my girlfriend loves the movie a lot, and I watched it like infinite times. Mulan is I really love the songs and the theme in that movie. And Frozen, I didn't like Frozen, to be honest. Like, just a song. But the second movie really gave the entire series like a depth, and I really, really enjoyed that. Afterwards, also watching like the musical of Frozen, it was really, really nice. So it's like my top 3. If I had to put one at the top, probably Tangled or Mulan, but I guess I can say Tangled. It was a little bit more modern. And yeah, so that's me. Hope you enjoy it, and hope you will enjoy the round table.
All right, all right. We love DKP, and he's always loving to give his opinion and talk. He's a great person, a great resource, and like I said, we have tons of resources and tons of assets on the team that you want to be able to use those guys, and by subscribing, by being a founder, a wayfinder, it gets you really good direct access, the channels, all sorts of stuff with that. But let's do a giveaway real quick. So this giveaway, keyboard warriors, be ready. Okay. You're watching the chat, Cameron. You got this. All right. So this is what I need for. I need the collector number for Vision of the Future for set 5. You're gonna get a free booster box. And this is only people live in the chat right now. Oh, Shark, you can't win. Too slow. I'll hook you up with something else though. Anybody got it? Oh, who was first?
First one.
Jason Lorcana with 160. Jason Lorcana, you got yourself a free booster box. Thanks for being a subscriber. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Our live streams that we do weekly, we're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna have tons of stuff always going on. So Cameron, if you could just make sure to, since you can just write on the box, just sharpen the box, Jason Lorcana, and we'll get your details after this. And we'll get that shipped out to you. Let's see who's ready. Is there anybody in the team chat? We if you have you can use Facecam. You don't have to use Facecam. And if you wanted to get a chance to chat, we can hand it over to somebody.
People in here.
Oh, anybody who want to go next? Any on a bit of a rush? Discord, if anybody said.
I'll volunteer to go next.
Perfect. All right, Thiago, and you're coming off a nice run recently. Where did you travel? You feel like you just traveled across the world too.
Yep, I am just getting back from Singapore, which we're able to secure another golden Mickey for the team. So that's always what we're trying to do in all of these tournaments. All right, so for a little introduction, where I'm from, I live in the U.S. in Portland, Maine, but I'm originally from Brazil. And what I hope to bring to the WCC subs is that I want to share with them some of the ways that I approach going into tournaments and the kind of things that I value when I'm like deciding on what kind of deck or what card slots I'm going to fill up, and just kind of share how I approach those kind of things and my accomplishments so far. So I only started playing the game after the last season already ended, so I haven't had the chance to play a ton of tournaments only over the last few months, but I was able to get a bunch of big wins in some of the bigger third-party tournaments, and then in the 3 DLCs I've played so far, I finished top 32 in Bologna, 64 in Milwaukee, and top 4 in Singapore, and this all after having like the most dominant results online of anybody. So I'm excited to see what else me and the team can accomplish this year. My favorite card in Lorcana is the new Cheshire Cat. I think it's just really interesting how it kind of warps the game around all of the combat decisions for both players, even when it's on the board, but also just the threat of it coming down from either player's side makes for a lot of interesting combat decisions and a lot of like edge to be gained. My favorite color combination is not actually purple steel, it's emerald steel. It was the color combo that I started playing the game with, and it has just so many different versions of it. You can play like the tempo versions, you can play the Diablo versions, and then now you can play like either the Brainiac versions or like some of the other Prince Philip versions or some more aggressive versions, and now the new Burn version. So it's just really flexible and has a lot of different ways to play it. So it's the one that I actually enjoy playing the most, even though I'm most known for Amethyst Steel. And my favorite Disney movie is Tangled. I just think it's so funny. The animation's great. The color is great. It's just a great movie.
Well, appreciate that, and you've been a great asset ever since you came over. I know that you played a big factor, and Frank, you guys had lots of constructive back and forth, and it was really, really awesome to see, and I'm super glad to have you on board. And thanks again. And we'll roll on to somebody next. Let's see who. Maybe I can just pick somebody. Oh, you guys, I do know an organizer in Europe who might want to give you guys some of his time. Rob, how about you? You tell him a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi guys. So my name's Rob from the Netherlands. What I'm hoping to bring to the team is just to be a great ambassador for the game. So hit me up whenever. I'm good for a chat. As Robert mentioned, for the EU base, I'm also one of the biggest organizers in the Netherlands, and probably in the Benelux region, I guess, with a very successful CCQ last November. What else I'm trying to bring to the team is just being a very consistent, strong performing player with a bunch of top cuts in my name. With my Magic background, I feel like I generally have a pretty good overview of what decks are good and how to approach a certain matchup. I'm a very open person, so if you ever need some help or need to spar about your decks, just feel free to hit me up. My accomplishments so far are 2 top cuts in the last season, winning an LCQ in Paris, being top seed at the Ravensburg tournament in Ravensburg, Germany. This season, I have a top cut at Bologna, qualifying me for the next EU champs. I've made top 4 at a CCQ in Stockholm, and 2 weeks prior in Malmo, very close to it, both like 200-player tournaments. My favorite card is, and I believe will always be, Rapunzel Gifted with Healing. I mean, I love the card's arts. It heals a bunch, draws some cards. It's amazing tempo, and I think it dictates the entire shape a game has. I mean, just thinking about what challenges, what questing you're gonna do, everything is dictated by the presence of the card, which is leading to my favorite color combination being Amber Steel, to no one's surprise, I guess. I love me some good Steel Song. And then I believe you wanted to know what my favorite Disney movie was. Being an old fossil that I am, I'm a big fan of the OG classics like Aladdin, Lion King, and Ariel. But if I have to pick one, I'm just gonna go for Aladdin, which coincidentally is one of the only movies that I only know the Dutch lyrics to, all the songs, because I don't know, it's an age thing, I guess. Yeah, that's it. If you ever want to hit me up for a chat, so feel free to approach me.
Yeah, I'm a big Aladdin fan, especially with Robin Williams and the original Genie. And like that movie speaks to my childhood. I didn't say my favorite movie as a child, but it's definitely got to be Aladdin. Like just the idea of a
Did
genie
my audio
making.
just cut off, or?
Yeah, you could go ahead and Lamb.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jonathan Lamb, or Lamb Chops. I'm from Northern Virginia, super close to DC, and I might be the only person on this team who hasn't played a card game before Lorcana. It's one of my biggest goals to help the newer players build up their confidence and never give up on their dreams. And I can definitely relate to a lot of struggles newer players can have. So if you're a newer player and have any questions, definitely feel free to ask me. Some of my accomplishments in the first season of Lorcana include winning 2 Golden Mickeys, 4 Flora Rapunzels, 4 Cinderellas, and 7 Let It Goes. My favorite Cogs card is probably Cogsworth, the Grandfather Clock. Just have a lot of fun memories playing him before rotation. But now I like playing Amethyst Steel a lot, thanks to Thiago. My favorite Disney movie has to be Tangled as well. I actually, it's probably an age thing because me and Thiago are younger. I grew up watching Tangled, so I have a lot of fond memories from that movie.
And what was your favorite Lorcana card? Maybe if you had to pick one.
Oh yeah, it's a Cogsworth Grandfather Clock. Yeah, it's the big staple on Blue Steel Wheel. So
You definitely beat me at I remember you beat me at a CCS. I think you were playing Cogsworth. Yeah, definitely.
oh, that's right. Yes.
Yep. Knocked me out on my winning end. No, definitely. Okay, awesome. I love that. Let's go to let's do another giveaway real quick. So people in the chat. So we'll do a free Elsa gift box, okay? Let's think of something. Where is Rob DeHaan from? Oh, Netherlands. Who got that one? Timbo Slice. All right. Timbo Slice, appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Free Elsa gift box for you there. So yeah, let's turn it over. We got some more people here that definitely have some time to talk. Let's see, where do we want to go to next? What are we missing? Let's Patrick. How about you, Patrick? You ready?
Yeah, sure. All right, so like you said, my name is Patrick. I'm from Quebec, Canada. So je parle aussi français. If there's any French people in the chat, feel free to interact with me. What I like to provide to the team is a lot of discussion of ideas for deck building, because I don't travel as much as most of the players here, but I do play a lot on my own and try some very crazy ideas. Some of us might remember the red-green budget damage deck that I still get some discussion about that was made for set 9, so maybe I'll need to revisit it. And I'm also trying some Blurple item right now, which is pretty off meta, but seems to have potential. So yeah, I like to try kind of off of the path, like non-meta deck in case they can be a good deck. And then as my accomplishment, I did qualify for the Worlds of Lorcana and the Worlds of Keyforge, which was cancelled because of COVID. But unfortunately, the Lorcana one happened and it was pretty nice. So that was one of the big achievements. Favorite color pairing, I would say red-purple, especially before rotation because of purple for the draws and red for the very strong removal that has a destroy word instead of dealing damage. So it works against high HP characters. In that same vein, favorite card would be the rabbit. I like bouncing around and having a lot of cards in my hand, so the rabbit was pretty fun. And I also did enjoy a lot of the Jafar, which is why it's the only enchanted that I did play. Oh, it's a bit blurry. Yeah, for Jafar Enchanted ready to come back if it ever gets reprinted. Drawing and making lore at the same time seems like a good thing in this game. And finally, the favorite movie, I would say it's Wreck-It Ralph because I'm a video game lead engineer, so I like video games and I understand all the references in that movie, and I think it's a pretty good movie also. So yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Patrick, I would definitely say ever since you joined the team, I've definitely gotten the vibe. You're an awesome brewer, and just the ability and the decks and the different things you bring to play. It's a really nice, unique view of the game, and definitely again super glad to have you on board too. And
Thank you.
then let's move on to another one. We got you guys. We got an epic roster. Oh, I think I see someone sitting over there. How about what is that? The North American champion, second place at Worlds. Well, and how about you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Ed, and I'm from the Bay Area, California. And what do I want to bring to WCC and the subs? I think I'm good at like visualizing and like theory crafting a lot of decks. I think one of my strengths is being able to like make meta calls and kind of predict what the field is gonna play. Um, and accomplishments so far, yeah, I won DLC Fort Worth, won the Continentals, and I got second at Worlds, and recently got top 64 in Singapore. Favorite card. I think my favorite card is probably Sisu. I think it's Empowered Sibling, the one that can like wipe everyone. I think it's one of the most polarizing cards in the game where it's like if you play it, you just win. And I guess I just have a lot of fond memories with the card, like winning with it at Worlds. And like honestly, like all my accomplishments has been on the back of that card. Favorite color combination. I think everyone's probably gonna think like I like Ruby Amethyst. But honestly, I think my favorite like combination to play is Ruby Sapphire. I really also like develop and visions. I think consistency has been like a really important thing to me, and I really valued like those type of cards. So even in the new set, I like playing Sapphire because of those cards and being able to play like the Prince Philip combo. Yeah, this is really strong. Even though like yeah, right now it's Emerald Sapphire, but I think historically speaking, my favorite deck to play was always Ruby Sapphire. And favorite Disney movie, I think is Moana because of Maui. I think he's like my favorite character just because he kind of embodies like what I want to be, right? Like fearless, like, you know, not be scared of a challenge. So yeah, that's it from me.
All right. Appreciate you, Ed. Appreciate you coming on board. Been a great addition. And honestly, like the way I always see everybody on the team collaborating, and it's really like a hive mind. And definitely anybody who's a subscriber, a follower, as we build and we do these round tables, we're gonna bring you guys into some of those hive mind moments, and we're gonna help you guys get better and do different things with the game. We do also have Kendall here. Let's move on to Kendall, and we still got a couple more guys. 1 second.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm good. All right. Hey, everyone. My name's Kendall. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Accomplishments so far in Disney Lorcana have been top 16 at DLC Atlanta, top 32 Vegas, top 64 Seattle. I top 32 the Ravensburg tournament in Germany. I think I was second seed, so just under Rob. And top 64 Milwaukee. What I hope to bring to WCC or the subs, well, to WCC, I would like to finally bring a Golden Mickey and or the next world champion. And as far as the subs, I just want to make myself pretty much like I'm always available. I have some crazy hours sometimes and not a lot going on. So yeah, definitely. I think some of the subs already know, but like you can feel free to always message me. And yeah, I would also like to help, with any sort of testings and stuff. Whenever people hop into the Discord, I think that would be benefit for everyone. My favorite Lorcana cards of probably to start off with was always Merlin Rabbit. And then slowly Maui Half Shark grew on to me. But as a current card that is legal, I think I really like Demona, the 6-cost Demona. Favorite color combinations, I was probably known most for Ruby Amethyst, just under Ed. But I think the most fun I've ever had playing Lorcana was playing green yellow discard. But it was not fun for my opponents. So that might be what I look at playing for the tournament, the DLC in Indianapolis. And favorite Disney movie is Rescuers Down Under. Like Lamb said, this is probably just an age thing, but the movie came out when I was born, which was 1990. But I always remember watching Rescuers Down Under, Lion King, and Charlotte's Web on VHS when I was a kid, like hundreds of times it felt like. But yeah, I don't know. Rescuers Down Under was my favorite movie. It's also Australian based, so then it was cool when I went to DLC Australia as well, and got to visit there.
I'm definitely vibing with the Rescuers Down Under. I was born in '88, so absolutely makes sense with me when they're getting the eagle and saving and oh man, it's just a classic, a real big classic. And like, where else? What is it? Can an albatross land or something? Right, the big bird. Where else can he land? But yeah. So next we also have we have two Justins. Let's go with Justin from the Netherlands. Let's go with Justin from the Netherlands. Click.
So, hi, I'm Justin Morales. Yeah, as Robert said, I'm from the Netherlands. So far, I've, at least accomplishments wise, I got top 4 at DLC Bochum, top 16 at the recent DLC Bologna, sorry, top 32 at top 64 at the recent DLC Bologna. I won the Bazonki Cup, which is the biggest like tournament in the Philippines, and I won the Dutch Open a couple of times as well. So, what do I want to bring for WCC? Well, I did qualify for the European Championship last time, but I want to actually qualify for Worlds this time, and hopefully as well for at least for Southeast Asia because that's where I was born. I hope to bring to the subs, some insight into my favorite color pairing, which is blue steel, and perhaps like more on I guess deck building as well, in case anyone needs like advice on how to build their decks, especially control decks. I also like specialize in like coming up with very weird plays, something that has helped because like if you follow me on Twitter, I've make out the puzzles, and that's because sometimes I just like think of random plays when I'm bored. Um, Favorite card? Yeah, Whole New World by far. It's like I'm gonna draw 7 cards. You're gonna draw 7 cards. We're gonna have a nice game of Lorcana, and we'll see whether my cards are better than yours. Like absolutely fun card. I miss it. I miss playing Blue Steel Wheel. And like, as most people know, it was yeah. It's probably why like my favorite combination is also Blue Steel. Favorite Disney movie? Yeah, that would when I grew up, it was probably Lion King. Like I'd play like the songs on blast at home all the time. I watched the musical like twice. But as I grew like now that I'm a bit older, I also appreciate like Beauty and the Beast a bit more. So it's a bit hard to pick, especially since like back then like Blue Steel was like the Beauty and the Beast deck. We had like the entire cast in the game, including Cogsworth, Belle, Beast, and Gaston. And yeah, that's me.
Right, appreciate that, Justin. And again, Justin's a great person. I met him, and actually, when I met you, I believe one of the first events I met you at, you were cosplaying as Jafar while playing in a side event, and I just thought it was really awesome to see you really embody that kind of culture and being just a good ambassador and very flavorful with the game, and that meant a lot. You stood out, and you stood out in a good way.
A funny story about that because like my roommate at that time was like, um, I will never accept it if I lose to somebody who was cosplaying in the tournament. So I immediately packed the Jafar cosplay. I was like, if I make it to day 2, I'm absolutely gonna wear this during the side defense, and I did it.
Oh no, it was a great time and a great real spirit of the game and great for the community all in all. And then we also have Justin Shaft, and Justin Shaft's been one of the first members on the team, got in really right at the beginning. And go ahead, Justin.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Justin Shaft. I'm from Houston, Texas. My accomplishments include DLC, Seattle top 16, Continentals, North America top 16, DLC, Milwaukee top 16. From what I can bring to the subs, the World Class Cards subs is similar to Kendall. I've got crazy hours. I had to set an alarm just to wake up for this meeting, and it's 3 p.m. here, so just giving you guys kind of an idea that you guys can message me basically any time besides like 10 a.m. and I'll be available. The role I've kind of taken with World Class Cards, at least from the team for like the team, whatever on the team, is just kind of taking everything from an aggro slant. I used to be a control player. But we just have so many great control players on this team. DKP's always working on something. Ed's always working on something. Thiago kind of working on mid-range. I've kind of tried to take an aggressive slant in everything I've done. For my favorite card, Hades Looking for a Deal kind of has become my favorite card, the new card. 5 cost, either put something on bottom or draw 2 cards. It kind of simplifies the game state and makes you figure out just in a second if you're the aggro or the control player. And I feel like it's a decision that's kind of like really fundamental to card games, and I think it takes it just as a card makes a lot of sense and just has become my favorite. Ruby Sapphire is my favorite color combination. It's just kind of how I fell in love playing the game. Chicha's the kind of the card that carried me to top 16 of Seattle, and that card kind of made me fall in love with Lorcana. And Mulan has been my favorite Disney movie ever since I was a little kid. Love that movie.
Thank you very much, Justin. Yeah, you definitely have some crazy hours, so appreciate you being able to make this work. And like I said, guys, if you ever want to reach out to anybody, comment, tag them in the Discord. We can make ourselves available for you guys. It might not always be an immediate response, but we'll make sure that we reach out and kind of get some things rolling. Along with that, we still have Daniele and Judy. I don't know, is Judy here right now?
I don't believe so.
I don't see Judy, but Judy's one of the
Let me see.
let me see.
She's not.
She's not? Okay. I'll introduce Judy on the next one. I'll get some detailed information for her. But she's one of the top female players. I think she has multiple day 2s, very consistent and genuinely on the grind, and she's traveled across the world for the game. Now we'll try to do Danielle's video. We had some issues beforehand, so we'll see how it goes right now, and we'll give it a try.
Hey guys, it's Daniele Matrigoli here. I'm from Italy, and what do I want to bring to you guys? Basically, I want to bring all the MetaFi subs some tips, some thinking process that I'm using to study the matchup, to study my deck, and I want to focus to show you my testing process and my playing process, because probably I play something different besides all my friends, all my teammates, because I focus a lot on the card choice and on the lore mapping that I think that I'm very focusing into, and I want to help you grow as a player, and I want you to think more as a player than as a casual player. Okay, so think better, process better, and study better the matchup. That I think is the most important thing in this game, and the important stuff to do to win a match properly. And this is what I want to bring you. I want to bring you value. I want to bring you testing, ideas, and anything else anything you need. You can always ask me. I'm in the Discord. I'm pretty active on Discord. You can message me. I will answer you. That's what I want to bring to World Class Cards MetaFi subs. And then my accomplishment so far. 2 years ago, I went 3rd place at DLC Birmingham. I played multiple DLC. I have multiple tops, but my best accomplishment so far is 3rd place at DLC Birmingham 2024. My favorite color combination is at the moment probably Blarpol. In the last year, in the last meta, my favorite deck color was blue red was my favorite, and my favorite Disney movie is Hercules. Thank you guys. For anything you need, you can always message me, please.
Okay, and we're back, and then we also have one more shout out on the team member. He wasn't able to be here, and I didn't get his video ahead of time, but it's Federico Micosi. Comes from Italy. I believe he finished top 4 at Worlds, right? I think. Did he play Din in the top 4?
I think top 8.
Top 8? Okay. He played Din in the top 8, and he also won, I believe he won Birmingham. A great, super talented player, lots of awesome input and advice, and I'll make sure to get Judy and Federico here in the future. But along with that, let's feel like we should just do another giveaway. How about we give away another also gift box real quick. So let's give this one away and let's do it. You guys get your keyboard warriors ready. Okay. Here's one. If you've been with us for a little while, what's the channel we used to stream on that's 3 letters? Oh, that was quick. I mean, Vader, you got yourself a free Elsa gift box. Awesome. All right. So that's Vader. You want to rate that on the box? Just track it. All right. Then we got another giveaway. All right. So let's give away this Lilo gift box. And let me think. Let me think what we want to do here. How many World Class Cards players, or how many championship events, like Continentals for this season, do we have players qualified for? What's the total number? Oh, hold on. We got numbers, but I gotta add this up. This is a lot. So let's work through this together. Okay? So we have Din qualified for North America, right? Is he qualified for anything else right now? No, right? Just North America. Maybe they'll get. You know what, Ravensburger? Do me a solid. Throw my guy a Worlds invite, because you gotta 100% have the former champion come. You gotta let him have a chance to run it back. Just saying. Okay, so we got that. So then we got Frank, who's qualified for Worlds and qualified for North America, right? Then we have Rob, who's qualified for Europe. We have Thiago, who's qualified for, I think, Europe and Singapore, right?
The Oceania. Yeah.
Oceania. We have Lamb Chops, who's qualified for China. Am I missing anybody?
Did we say Federico?
Federico is qualified for Europe.
Did Justin Morales? I think he was there.
Oh, Justin Shaft is qualified for North America.
Milwaukee.
Is that 9? Did I miss anybody? Is that 9 continental invites already, or championship level invites? Who was the first 9?
Ooh,
Of the list, it's Frank,
Sormet.
DKP.
But the total number of
Lamb.
events, right? Total number of championships that they're qualified for, I think it's 9. Who was the first one?
Yeah,
Sormet.
Frank.
Sormet? All right.
Easy.
All right. Sormet, easy, just like that. All right. All right. So next up, we got a Dumbo Enchanted for the free view. But first, I got to rant a little bit. I just personally want to say thanks to everybody who's continued to support us, support the players on this journey. I know we haven't always been the quickest sometimes to deliver different things, but just know that we're always receptive, we're always listening, and we're always looking to improve. So if you guys ever have ideas, feedback, we're always open to criticism, whether good, bad, any of that. Don't ever hesitate to reach out to us. Along with that, I wanted to just touch base what I think we're going to maybe have some of the topic be for the next roundtable. It'll be Tuesday, I believe, next around the same time. And if something, we might end up changing times a little bit, but I want to shoot for Tuesdays and have it be consistent. But next Tuesday, I want to help you guys get a little prepared for Richmond. And right now, in house, we have every player on the World Class Cards roster. And I'm not really on the roster, but I kind of threw myself in the mix, anyways. But we have every player on the roster who's kind of picked a different deck, and everybody's going to play against each other. And then we're going to get you guys some of the results, some of that data, and get some stuff really cleaned up and help get you guys prepared for Richmond for anybody who's going. Along with Richmond, we will be staying at a hotel block. So I already have a bunch of rooms booked for our team, but I'm going to I'm gonna tell you guys right now where it is.
Shark
If you guys wanted to, so Shark will announce it in the Discord. But if you guys wanted to stay at the same hotel, we're gonna have the team there. Some people will be coming in on Wednesday, but it'll be Thursday until Monday, and maybe we'll have dinner there. Maybe we'll get together. Maybe we'll order some things in. Just don't be afraid to vibe, chill, hang out. If you guys want some advice Friday nights, maybe they'll even be able to jam some games. But we'll get you guys that hotel block information. Shark will get an announcement out for you guys. Now, I did want to give away Enchanted. I figured what better way to do a Dumbo. We have a lot of Amethyst players on the team and a lot of quality. I mean, I just wanted to give you guys something good, and I figured what better than Dumbo. So let me think about this one. Some trivia. Let me think of. Name the 2 co-creators of the game. Go. Oh, that's who was first?
Vader.
Vader, you already won, bro.
Ooh. Only one.
A dueler. Vader, I'm gonna throw you something a little extra in your package because you already won, and I won't let you get 2. I'm gonna throw you a little extra something, okay? Just because we gotta share the wealth. But I will throw you. You know what? On Vader's, put ×2 on his Elsa gift box. We're gonna give you 2 of those. All right, so Dueler, this Enchanted Dumbo is gonna go out to you guys. To you, I appreciate you there. And then, like I said, the content's always going to get chopped up. It's going to get posted on YouTube. It's going to have about a 10-day delay. So if you guys, everybody who's a part of this video, who's a part of this stream, when that video does get posted, if you guys could please all make sure to like, subscribe, interact with the video, and comment as well. So in order to win this booster box, we're going to give it away. All that you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Just make sure to give it a like, and please put a comment on the video as well. And then we will pull the winner for that live during the next stream. So appreciate everybody. You guys are all the best. That's kind of what I had planned for today. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that they wanted addressed? Anything like that? Well, no, I appreciate you. It's honestly all the players on the team. I might have been a facilitator and got people together, but if it wasn't for them and being willing to represent this brand and work together and be that hive mind, this wouldn't even be possible. And ultimately, it also comes back to you guys, because if you guys didn't get me as involved in Lorcana as early on Whatnot or whatever platform it was, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Cool. Rob said he has the promo cards that he can hand out at Richmond.
Oh, nice. Rob did say he was going to pick up some of the promo cards and bring some over for you guys. So that's awesome. Super appreciated, Rob. We'll be there, like I said, at the hotel at Richmond. Stop by. We do not have a booth. We are not a vendor. We are not affiliated with any vendor at this show. But if there is any reason you would need a single or something for your deck, feel free to reach out and we can help make that happen for you guys. I'm not bringing anything with me to sell at the show, nothing along those lines. So if you need something, just reach out ahead of time and we'll help get your deck filled out. I will see you guys next. I do have an Enchanted Hades. I will see you guys next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard. Thank you everybody on the team for making, I got 2. Thank you everybody on the team for making yourselves available on short notice. And let's continue building upon this awesome community that is Disney Lorcana. Thank you guys.